morning, fellas. Ferocious Mgtow here. And I'm rolling. I am in Illinois, most corrupt state in the union, and it's raining here, as you all can see. The weather is 62 degrees, and it's cloudy and raining. Probably clear up more when I get further south. Picked up my load already. Reloaded trailer from the customer, and had to get my temperature checked by 2 PWs, one fat, one skinny. Skinny one wasn't too bad looking. I would have definitely nailed her to the cross. You know what I mean? They checked my temperature and I was A-OK, 98.6 or whatever. So now you gotta go check in with security first. Then you gotta go to the little trailer that they didn't, temporary trailer that they didn't put on the property of the customer. And then you gotta go inside and give them your first and last name and tell them you gotta state your business while you're there. Are you a company employee of that customer or are you a driver? And you gotta stand on like a little red X. They look like video cameras almost to me. You got to stand in front of them, and I guess they take your temperature, and it gives the readout on a computer. So it's painless, but you know what I mean? They could have got the freaking guard to do that. All they had to do was give it a little thermometer gun, and she could check temperature. Now they didn't figure out a way to get 200 more BW's jobs just sitting there to take people's temperature and write their name down. I wonder how much they get paid for that. They just create jobs for them to do. And I've been to these trailers in other states. Memphis, where else was I at? I had to yawn. I think it was just Memphis where I saw another BW. There's another city I was at too, but I can't remember now. But yeah, they just figured out any kind of way to get these lazy SOBs jobs. But it's what you got to do in order to. It's what I have to do in order to keep the paper rolling right now. I know they're gonna make this thing a permanent thing. It's all good. I'm taking care of myself. I'm eating right, drinking plenty of water. I think today I'm gonna make me a shake. I didn't get my shake yesterday. I just realized I didn't get my shake yesterday, and I also realized that I didn't put those trikes in the video before last to show y'all what I was talking about. But I'm gonna do it this video if I can remember. Well, yeah, I'm rolling, guys. I'm headed to Baton Rouge, right outside of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And then I'll see what I'm doing once I get. Tomorrow afternoon, they should probably let me know what I'll be doing behind that. I love starting my week out on a Sunday. And you guys that's in trucking and you guys that's thinking about coming into trucking, try to position yourself to start your week out on a Sunday. You'll be able to get more loads in if you start out on a Sunday as opposed to starting out on a Monday. You know what I mean? But it's gonna depend on when is the last day of you all's pay period. Like the last day of our pay period is Saturday. So if I start out on a Sunday, I could possibly get 3 loads in for the week, which makes for a very, very good check. Okay? So I love it when I start out on a Sunday. And you want to start out on a Sunday with a full clock, a full 70 hours. So that's the situation with me today. So I'm happy even though it's raining. Okay? is Storytime Sunday. Storytime Sunday. Storytime Sunday. So I said, let me bring up some stories from my penitentiary adventures, because I realized something when I was there, and I'm just gonna kind of piece together one, two, three. I'm gonna piece together 3 stories, all right, from different periods throughout the time that I was there. And I would say, let me see, two of the stories was from the county jail, and one of them was from Joliet. Joliet in Illinois is the intake center. It's like it's like when you go, it's like a holding. You're kind of like in purgatory. I can use a religious analogy. You're kind of like in limbo, and then they'll assess your crime and your threat level and your gang affiliation and how much time you have, and look at your background and see if you have any prior offenses, and then this one I'm just assuming, guys. They probably take all that information and come up with a number or a scenario, and then they kind of use that as a way to send you to different prisons. Now you get a chance to go and talk to a counselor, and that counselor will give you a sheet of paper, and on that paper you're allowed to request it to be sent to a penitentiary. They give you 3 chances or 3 options, I say, or 3 options would be the best way to say it. So I put down, you had to put, some guys have been telling me, like, man, you need to put down like a medium prison where there's no gates, very little supervision from the guards, and it's based off of honor system. Then you want to put down a medium max, where you have pretty good movement, but you still got a lot of supervision. And then you can put down a maximum penitentiary, which means maximum security, where most guys don't really want to go to the max, especially if you don't have no real violent crime and you're not going to be doing a whole lot of years. You don't really want to go to a maximum penitentiary because in there you got guys doing natural life, plenty of them, and they don't really care about your feelings and where you see things and all that. It's all about the rule of law and basically whatever else they can get away with in there. So I put down, since the guys are telling you need to put down at least 1 max, because if you don't, you might end up going to one that you don't want to be in. So I figured, well, Stateville is basically in Joliet, which is close to Chicago, 30, 40 minutes. So I said, well, let me put down Stateville. And I know in there I'm going to, being there with guys I know, guys that got locked up years before and all that, I'm going to be able to, meet up with them, and I'm going to be good. I'm going to be, basically it's like a homecoming almost. Coming in, meet up with my guys, we're going to bump fists, we're going to, they're going to make sure I'm good and start doing my jailing, my bit. So I put down Stateville. So, I put down Shawnee. What did I put down, Shawnee? Yeah, I think I did. So I got selected to go to Shawnee, which was a medium max. So it was basically a medium maximum penitentiary, and it was relatively new when I got there. And they had 1-man cell. That was the reason why I picked it. They had 1-man cell, so I was like, man, I was so happy to get that. It was like being drafted or something. I'm like, cool, I'm good. I get down there. Well, let me back up. That was just the process of being in Joliet. But let me get back to the stories. So when I was in the county jail, most guys, no matter what their crime is, they agree on is that they don't like child molesters. Okay, so guys that's in there for bank robbery don't like child molesters. Guys that's in there for auto theft, they don't like child molesters. Guys that's in there for armed robbery, do not like child molesters. Guys that's in there for murder, do not like child molesters. Guys that's in there for selling drugs, do not like child molesters. So, and here's the other thing. The officers don't like child molesters either because they got daughters, they got, sons or whatever. So they don't like child molesters either. So, the guards would tell certain people what your crime was if it was, anything dealing with a child, any pedophilia type crime or case. They would secretly tell the workers, and the workers would tell the guys on that deck wherever you was at. And then the guys would basically get together and plan your pumpkin head. Now for you guys that don't know what a pumpkin head is, it's when you get hit in your head so many times and with so much force that your brain goes into survival mode where it sends all the fluid to your head to keep from your brain being damaged. And your head blows up to where it looks like a pumpkin. That's where the pumpkin head comes from. Okay? That swelling, your brain is basically trying to protect itself so it don't receive damage. So guys will get together and plan your pumpkin head. So the way that they would do it, because they knew, the guy get beat that bad, when he come to his senses, he might be able to point the perpetrators out, and then these guys would end up getting, recharged. It's probably going to be assault, something like that, added to the charge. I don't know exactly what they would. They probably can upgrade it to attempted murder. Knowing these folks here in Illinois, they so fucking draconian. So what they would do is they would coordinate. So just kind of give you a little bit backstory. So I'm in my cell, right? I'm in the county jail. Now I'm the leader in the county jail of my gang. So I run it for the gang that I belong to in the county jail in that particular tier or wing. And each wing is double deckers. So you got a bottom level and you got stairs in there and you got a top level. I'm sure you all seen lockup. You've seen it. So it's 50, I think it's 50 or 25. I think it's 25 cells on the bottom, 25 on the top, 2 men to the cell, so it's like 100 people per wing. So I have the deck for my gang, right? I'm the leader. So, which means I get to pick my cell, and I pretty much get to pick who goes in the cell with me, right? So if I couldn't have one of my members in the cell with me, I would get basically a neutron. A neutron is basically a guy that doesn't represent any gang. He's a neutron, meaning he's neutral. He's by himself. He has no protection. He has no rights. He has no liberties. He has no voice. Nothing. He is completely and utterly subservient to the gangs, right? So I end up with a neutron. Okay? So of course, if you're a shot caller, you're gonna have the bottom bump. So of course I got the bottom bump, and I get a celly. I'll tell you about the first celly. He like he just got off mama's tit. Okay? So I'm like, okay, cool. So immediately, once he realized, the prison politics, or what we call the, I guess you call it prison politics, he realized that I was somebody of influence. So he was like, hey man, can you, since I'm in the cell with you, can you keep these guys up off me, man? Because they basically is pressing up on him, trying to see what they can extort him out of. So I was like, well, yeah, I can protect you, but you're going to have to pay for it. You ain't going to be free. He was like, cool, I don't mind paying. I'm like, all right, cool. Every week, you got to pay for this protection. So I would get the commissary slip. You would get one, I would get one. I would fill out what I wanted on his. He would get stuff for himself, and he would get stuff for me to pay the protection. And then I would go and get stuff for myself. So we come back up. I would go with him to commissary, and we would come back up together to make sure nobody, got a hold to the stuff before me, because then I would have to go and retrieve it back, which would mean I would be fighting. And the whole key to the extortion game was to just extort and not have to fight, because it makes sense to be doing it that way. So we did that for maybe about a month and a half, about maybe 6 weeks of us going to the store and him paying protection. Then it got to a point where I guess his people decided to cut him off, or either they, couldn't send him more money, or they had a problem with what he had done and they thought about it or whatever. And so nobody knew what he was up there for. And then the guards told one of the workers, and the workers told one of the workers on my wing, and then they came and told me. So I went to him and said, hey man, what you in here for? And I forgot what he told me, because this is a long time ago. I gotta keep in mind, I was 18 then, I'm 54 now, so it was a long time ago, so I can't remember exactly what he said. But I was like, well, that ain't what I heard, man. They told me he was in here for messing with a little boy. And he was like, your nephew or something? He's like, no, that ain't it, And I think he said child abuse is what he said. That's what he said, child abuse. Well, really, he was in there for messing with the little boy booty. I'm like, well, hey, man, look, I'm going to tell you, man, you might want to come clean. He kept with his same story, child abuse. I'm like, all right. So when he couldn't pay, I'm like, hey, well, I'm about to pull the protection on you, brother. And he was like, so what does that mean? I'm like, it means that you're not going to be protected. He's like, man, I mean, like, you can't promise, man. You got to pay me, because you pay me, I take some, and then I share it with the rest of the brothers who's in my gang, who don't get anybody, nobody's sending them any money, so they can't go to commissary. Commissary basically is like going to the store, like going to Walmart, going to Target, going to, a grocery store. So that's what commissary is. You buy, potato chips and candy bars, and we buy pops. I can't remember if we had pop in there or not. You can buy coffee, Taster's Choice, instant coffee. You can get noodles and this and that, just, basically junk food. Summer sausages, stuff like that. So, he couldn't pay any longer, so I was like, okay, I got to pull the protection, fam, I hate to do it to you, man, but this is the way the politics are in here, and I got to go with the politics. I can't buck the system, because now people will be looking at me funny, and I can't have that. So, he was like, okay, I understand, man, so now I'm not going to do nothing to you, because, I figure, you're going to get what you got coming to you. You in for a long road. You get convicted for this crime, and you are in here for messing with a little boy's butt. You're gonna have a hard life. You better pray every night that you make it out of this, because you might get killed. And I told him, you might get killed in here. So he was like, man, I hope not. I'm like, hey, it's up to you, bro. Whatever. So I went and told everybody on the wing, the dude, I'm not protecting no more. Man, shoot, the wolves came right out immediately, same my soldiers. They was like, all right, then. So about 3-4 days, the opposition from my gang, the leader of them came to me. Hey man, can I talk to you? I'm like, yeah, sure. What's up? We gonna get your celly. We just want to get your permission to go in your cell. I'm like, yeah, y'all got my permission. I said, as long as ain't none of my stuff disturbed or whatever, all my stuff is up under the bottom bunk. As long as none of my stuff is not disturbed, y'all go in there and get them if you want to. And he's like, all right, bet. We're gonna do it this day, early in the morning, because they would hit the doors for us to go to breakfast. Because breakfast would be served right there in the day room at 6 in the morning. So a lot of guys would just forgo breakfast because it wasn't really, it wasn't all that. You get like a hard-boiled egg, you get some cold oatmeal, you get some cold toast, you get some 2% milk, and that pretty much was breakfast, So a lot of guys wouldn't eat breakfast; they just wait till lunch or whatever. So I knew what day it was gonna be, so I got up for breakfast. My celly stayed asleep. I went on down. I seen 4 dudes in that big as me, 6'1", 6'2", 6'3", 200 pounds, 210, 215, maybe 230 pounds. I mean, basically gorillas. You know what I mean? 4 of them snuck in the cell, and they have the lights half staff, so half the lights be on because a lot of guys don't want to get up for breakfast, so only turn half the lights on, so it's a little dim right there. They crept in there in my room, shut the door, and they went in there with 2 blankets and a mop stick. We had to clean up our unit, our tier. So the guys had unscrewed the mop stick from the broom. So I saw one guy had the mop stick. Well, not the mop stick, the broomstick, sorry. And two guys had blankets. So they crept in my room, closed the door, they threw the blankets over his head, and pulled his pants down. They stumped him until he was basically unconscious. Pulled his pants down, and I ain't gotta explain to y'all what they did with the broomstick, right? So they came up out of there. They probably put the foot flops, what we call, put your hand, put their hands on. We call them the foot flops. And when I got up there, he was unconscious, right? So I politely stayed in the day room. He finally came out of there, all kind of messed up, and ran to the interlock, and the guard opened up the door and took him away. I never saw him again. Yep. Never saw him again. I thought that would be a good story to tell y'all because these things happen, which leads me to my second seller. He was a black guy, short, and he claimed to be a preacher. So I knew by the fact that when guys come in, they ain't even been in the county jail that long, and they got the Bible in their hand, something ain't right with you. I knew something wasn't right. So he used to be like, come on, ferocious Mgtow, pray with me. I'm like, nah, bro, I don't need you to help me pray. I pray on my own, right? So he was like, all right, suit yourself. I'm like, yes. So I knew something wasn't right with him because you don't come right into the jail, pick up the Bible. You your crime must be a crime that you worried that guys, if they found out, they wouldn't approve. So I asked him, "What you in for, Sally?" "Oh, I'm in for child neglect." I'm like, okay, well, that's an easy charge that they throw at a lot of men, because a woman can say anything. She can say you didn't feed the baby. She can say you didn't change the baby's diaper. You know, neglect is one of them things that's subjective. Okay, it's subjective based off of whatever the mother says to the men with guns and badges, or the cucks with men with guns and badges. Okay. So that's no reason to really be suspicious of it. But the fact that, okay, you got sort of a suspicious charge, and you hugging on the Bible every day, trying to go around and bless people, talking about you was a junior minister or something like that he was saying. And I'm like, all right. So of course, some guard knew what he was in there for. Told one of the workers came up, told us on my deck, and I went to him. I said, "Hey man, word is, bro, you in for messing with a little girl, 9 years old." No, that ain't the case. I'm like, "Hey man, that's what I heard." You know what I mean? And at the same time, he was paying for protection. Well, he wasn't paying for protection at that point. It's because he told me something different. Okay. So I'm like, okay. I went with him. But then when he told me that, I'm like, dude. Now, he had been, like, people have been believing, because he did sound like a minister. I have to give him credit. The man put on a hell of an act. He put on a hell of a show. He had guys in the bathroom, in the communal bathroom, not communal, the community bathroom, I'm trying to say, in the day room. This thing is like for everybody to use. You got a bathroom, you got the toilet set up in your cell, and then you got a community bathroom on the wing, and they probably got about 4 shitters in there and 4 urinals, and everybody can use that. And can't remember how many sinks it was. So he be in there having church service. He had 4 or 5 guys in there praying for their case and this, that, and the other, and they really bought into it, because I mean, he did sound convincing. He had the and the Lord said it, and the Lord and the Lord bless you. He had it down pack. I ain't gonna even lie, he did have it down pack. So I kind of low key fell for it too, but I reserved judgment just because he told me what his crime was, you know. And man, when they found out, boy, Lord have mercy. They waited. Hey, they set that goofball up. I mean, something proper. They set him up something proper. They waited. They like, man, come on, Pastor, you have service today? He like, yeah, man, shoot. They got his butt naked in the bathroom, and the way that the design of that bathroom is designed where the officer can't look all the way to the back of that from where the interlock is situated. He only can see like the first stall or something like that, maybe the first or the second stall, but the third and the fourth, he can't see. And then where the toilets are, it's across from that. He can't see that area at all. So they got his butt over there and made him think that they was finna have service. Man, they beat the brakes off of that fool. Man, look, they beat them. All I heard was it was like they was in there shooting the man with a pistol. Somebody that had some good hands, boy. They was in there putting it on him. And I heard him screaming. And I heard him, being like muffled. Somebody had their hand over his mouth. They ended up, knocking him out basically and tying a t-shirt around his mouth so he couldn't scream. And man, they beat that fool like something fierce. I'm sitting there playing cards, and all us, hey, none of us moved. We still kept playing cards, kept playing chess. Nobody moved, okay? Guys doing push-ups. Hey, nobody act like nothing was going on. And we turned the TV up loud, so the guard couldn't distinguish what was really happening. Man, they beat that fool senseless. I bet he didn't know what year it was. He was in in there laying in a pool of blood in between the fourth urinal and the toilet. Just laying there, just a pool of blood. So when it was time for them to lock up, he was so knocked out. They was making count. They was like, where you sell it? I'm like, shit, I don't know. I don't keep up with other grown men. And they found his butt laying between the toilet, unconscious. So the guard was threatening, like, who did this? Who did this? You know, who gonna tell on themselves? You know, you can't be no snitch in jail. So nobody said nothing. So they brought the gurney up there and wheeled this goofball butt up out of there. And I never seen him again. I got a chance to keep all his commissary though. Because when they came to pack his stuff, they was like, who box of food is that? I'm like, shit, who you think it is? It's mine. So I got to keep his food. You know what I mean? That's what you get for lying. You know what I'm saying? I shared it with all the brothers. We just sit there eating all his tater chips and his Zuzu wham-whams, just eating the dips and all kind of stuff. So that was love. I was like, yeah, that's what you get for lying. Now, he was gonna get his butt whooped no matter what, but the fact that he came in on some preacher stuff, you know what I mean? Now, I don't know why, you know, because I guess this probably was these guys' first time in jail. They probably didn't know. You know, they probably, if they had those type of crimes, their best bet would have been to tell the officer right off the rip, hey man, I'm in here for a sexual molestation case against a child, and I know these guys up here don't like that. You know, can y'all like isolate me, put me in solitary, or put me in a hole or whatever? But that's probably their first time in jail, so they didn't know they could say that. And probably the system would have honored it, because these were little bitty guys. Ain't no way they were gonna be able to stand a real beat down, because most of the cast that was in the gangs, I mean, all of us was cock diesel. You know what I mean? We was all monsters and gorillas. You know, we were doing 1,000 push-ups a day, so you know they was gonna get an ass whooping up a lifetime. I bet right now, wherever he at, I bet he can think and have horror, wake up in horror to this day from them ass whoopings. You know. And then my last story takes place in Joliet Penitentiary, which is the annex, like I was telling y'all before. And I had a white cellie. He was older than me. I think I was 19. He had to be about 25. Okay, but he was a neutron. He wasn't plugged, and he was a goofy white boy, white guy. I don't want to sound disrespectful. He was a goofy white man. From a little county in Will County. He was from a little place in Will County. And by the fact that that's not Cook County, none of us kind of knew what he was in there for, because, you know, we all caught our cases in Cook County. And Will County is basically suburbs. So he was able to get away with his life for a while. What did he say he was in there for? I think he said child neglect too. Yeah, I think he did say child neglect, if I remember correctly. And so I was like, hey man, it is what it is, whatever, you know. And so he was like, man, you know, these guys pushing up on me. They're trying to take my stuff, you know. I'm like, okay, well shit, you know, basically I was telling him, defend yourself. And he was like, man, I can't fight. Like, he said, well, you know, I see everybody respect you up here, would you protect me? I'm like, yeah, I'll protect you, but it's gotta cost. It's just how the nature of the business go, guys. You gotta charge. So I'm like, all right, cool. So he was buying stuff every week, and sort of the same thing happened with him. I guess his people ran out of money or whatever, and they couldn't send none that 1 week. And I told him, like, hey man, well, if you can't send none, I'm gonna have to pull the protection, because the stuff that they get, you know, when you extort guys, you have to share it with the brothers who don't get any money in. You know, I had people sending me money. My grandmama was sending me money, so I had money to go to the store and buy food, whatever. And a lot of guys, you know, their family kind of abandoned them, and if they don't don't get any food. They be dependent on extortion. So I'm sharing it with the guys, and then when I get ready to go to them and don't have anything to give them next week, they're gonna be like, man, what's up? I'm like, shit, the man ran out of money. So the minute I tell them that he ran out of money, they gonna be looking to, you know, go in there and like put the hammer down, you know, basically go in there and slap them around. They ain't gonna go in there and give them a pumpkin head, but they'll go in there and like slap them around and scare them real bad, so that way he can get on the phone call and people like, hey man, they gonna kill me if you don't send me no money. And then, you know, put the fear of God in his people, and his people will start sending up the money again. But you know, I wasn't into all that. I mean, that just, you know, I wasn't into the beating up everybody, because that just wasn't my thing. So I pulled the protection. So guys came to me and they was like, hey man, we gotta get dude. I'm like, hey, you know, it is what it is. I'm gonna go to the yard. He don't go to the yard because he's scared. I'm gonna go to the yard, and they're gonna give y'all the opportunity. Y'all stay behind, because you know the yard time was optional. You can either stay in your cell and read, or you can go to the yard. But they will leave the cells open while we at the yard. So as I was leaving out, 4 guys were standing on the other side of the cell where he couldn't see. Well, no, let me get back. Let me take it back. Let me tell you how I found out what crime he had. Forgot that part. In Joliet, they have open galleries. I know if y'all seen American Meat, y'all see the gallery structure. That's kind of how Joliet was made. So everything is open, so you can yell and people can hear you from first gallery, second gallery, third gallery, right? So I forgot which galley I was on. So I heard somebody kept saying, room 417, I'm gonna get you, you know, B-word, female dog. I'm gonna get you, B-word. You know, there's all kind of yelling going on, so I wasn't paying no attention. I'm sitting there reading the book, and I just kept hearing it, right? And I'm like, I'm in 417, right? Whatever, 17, 14, whatever cell it was. And so I put the book down, and I really started like listening. And he said it again. I'm like, hey! I yelled, hey! What the hell are you talking about, man? I'm in 417. What the hell are you talking about? You ain't gonna do shit, right? I ain't know who it was, but if somebody said they gonna get you, you ain't gotta see him. You better let everybody in the whole building know it ain't going down. It's gonna be a fight. You know what I'm saying? If you talking about doing something to somebody in this cell, I'm thinking he was talking about me. And he was like, no, big homie. He hurry up and correct himself. No, big homie, I ain't talking about you, fam. No, you good. I'm talking about your Sally. I'm like, what about my damn Sally? He was like, man, that man in here for messing with a little girl. I'm like, his stepdaughter. I'm like, are you sure? How you know? And he was like, man, I was in the lockup with that fool, and I heard his case over the loudspeaker. I'm like, hey. I looked at my celly, hey, my celly looking scared. When I turned back and looked at my celly, his eyes was the same size as 2 $2 like in the cartoons, the eyes get really big. Man, that fool's eyes was big as hell. And I was like, is this true? He didn't say nothing. I said, well, the man told me he was in for child neglect. He's like, man, that fool lying. I'm like, all right, fam. He's like, I said, hey, Sally, man, you can't pay and you didn't lie. I'm like, man, I wouldn't want to be you. He's sitting there scared to death, man. But damn, I'm gonna get some money, man. I'm gonna get some more money. Can you just give me credit on the protection? I can't get you no credit, fam. That ain't how it works. You gotta pay. You gotta pay. He was like, listen, you don't know when you get no money in. I'm in the cell with you. You see when you get mail, so I know when you get mail in or not. So, a couple days went by. Guys pulled me to the side on the yard. Hey man, we gonna get that food. I'm like, all right. So they let me know which day it was. I went to the yard. He stayed in the cell. They went in there to the blanket over because he was in there asleep, and they beat the brakes off of his ass. You hear me? Beat the brakes off of his ass. I was on the yard. I think the yard time was about an hour and a half, maybe an hour. I was gone for at least an hour. When I came back, he was still crying. They went in the cell as soon as I came out. They was on the side going in. Okay, so they was in there. I mean, he was in there for a whole hour, still crying. So when I came in, he was going. I was like, "Hey man, shut all that damn crying up." And he was like, I'm trying. I'm like, hey man, stop. I don't want to hear it. Shut that crying up. I don't want to hear it. And I said it loud so, you know, dudes 3-4 cells over can hear me. And they was like, that's right. Stop all that fucking crying over there. Somebody else was chiming in. Stop all that fucking crying over there. It was like, yeah, big homie. Tell that motherfucker stop all that crying over there. You wasn't thinking about that when that little girl was crying. Shut that crying up. He said, and we gonna get your ass again. Man, when he heard that, he was like, as soon as the next morning, when the guard came, he jumped down when he told the guard that somebody beat him up. They threw a blanket over his head. He couldn't identify nobody, and that he needed to be taken into protective custody. So shit, they took his monkey ass up out of there. And I had a one-man cell for the rest of my duration while I was there. But the reason why I'm bringing these stories up, guys, I know that these women, who these guys, the kids that they molested, what was the women doing? What was they at? Why wasn't they around to protect their kids from pedophiles? And do you know that it wasn't like these were some random dudes that just snatched the kids off the street? They was actually involved with the mothers. And the mothers are so freaking far removed from reality that they wasn't able to detect the fact that this dude was a pedophile and that you in a relationship with a whole pedophile and you leaving him in charge of your freaking kids that he's not the biological parent of, and he's taking advantage of these kids up under your very nose, and she don't even know, or find out after the fact. Okay, now just think, if these were your biological kids, because I know you guys are probably thinking that what happened to those guys as far as how they got beat, you know, it's bad. And in some respects, it is bad. But at the same time, what if those were your biological kids that some crazy woman that took your kids from you with the power of the state, and then she gets involved with a pedophile, and then she entrusts this pedophile with the overseeing of your children while she's at work or while she's on vacation or whatever the hell she was doing, and she wasn't there to protect your children from a pedophile. See, now that, I'm sure none of you guys want to be that guy. That your child was the one that got taken advantage of. So, the irony is, even though you guys may frown on guys that's in jail who've done bad things, in a way, it's poetic justice. Because you might not, these guys may have wanted to get their hands on this pedophile, and he never got an opportunity to do that. Just rest assured that guys on the inside is gonna extract the pound of flesh flesh out of that ass for messing with kids. So that's where I was going with these stories, is that these women are so freaking bizarre that they'll take kids away from a good dude, a good man, a good provider, a good father, okay? Somebody that's gonna be an asset to his children's lives. They'll take the children away from a guy like that and then get involved with somebody that they can control. And usually these guys, not always, not in every case, but oftentimes they usually pick these dudes and they be pedophiles. And I never heard anybody talk about this angle, because I'm subscribed to a lot of the guys that do penitentiary stories, okay? Because a lot of people are like, why would you even listen to these stories, man? You've been there, you've done it, it's over with, it's a long time ago. I listen to them stories because the littlest thing that happens out here, you can be back in there. You lose your temper, you lose your cool, you forget where you are and how this system is designed to grind men up like hamburger. If you forget, you can easily end up back in there. But that's the reason why I still listen to these penitentiary stories. Okay? And listen to what foolish guys did and gain wisdom out of the foolishness. Okay, like, okay, this guy did that. Okay, I wouldn't have did that. Okay, he went back over to the ex house. She got caught with a gun. Yeah, I wouldn't have done that. I'd have just kept it moving. And I'd have took my frustration out on some other chick's nappy dugout. You know, it helps me to have better judgment. Okay? And when I listen to those stories, I haven't heard anybody talk about the female. They always, because they really not Mgtows. You know, they just guys that got out, decided to put a channel together. So I'm adding the fact of penitentiary story and the fact of Mgtow RedPill philosophy. And at the same time adding in the weirdoness of feminism, where it teaches these women to take kids with the help of the state away from good dudes and get involved with these dudes that can be controlled. Oftentimes, these guys will be pedophiles. So I'm bringing this up to you all, for you guys that have kids and you guys that's in this situation, to pay close attention to your children, especially if that woman is messing with other men, because she's gonna mess with other men once she divorce you, or she leave you, or y'all break up, or whatever. She gonna mess with other dudes, and you want to pay close attention to your children if you can. Explain to them about inappropriate touching. Get them a cell phone if you can. Get them some safe words. You can say, if somebody touch you and you don't know how to explain it to me, you don't know how to talk to me, or somebody talk to you inappropriately, anything, text my phone with a frown smiley face, because they may not be able to articulate things. But if you tell them to send me a smiley face if you feel uncomfortable or somebody trying to touch you or anything like that, you want to, and it's some real stuff. So I'm giving you guys some real knowledge here. Pay attention to your kids. That's why I was always in my son's life when he was little, before he was able to really like articulate his sentences, and before he came into his own. You know, you need kids really coming to their own about between 5 and 7, I believe. So if you got kids that's small like that, you need to really pay close attention. And then girls, period. I don't care how old the girl is. If she's 15, 16, 17, 12, 11, 9, 5, I don't care how old the girl is. Pay close attention to her. Okay? Question her every time you get a chance to get her. Make sure nobody's messing with her. And if everything is smooth, nobody's bothering her, make sure when she starts to develop, you definitely pay extra attention. I don't care how much you got to invade her privacy. You basically be saving her. Okay? You basically be saving her from a lifetime of misery. Yeah, but that's what I wanted to bring to you guys. I hope there's something in these stories you can take away. I'm almost sure you are. And even if you're not, even if you don't have children, some of you guys may say, well, this don't apply to me because I don't have kids. Well, if you got any nieces, nephews, or if it's a neighbor's kid, you know, we got to be good stewards. We got to be good men, even if we don't have any kids. If you got a nephew, if you got a niece, even if you just live in an apartment building and there's kids in the building and you see some unusual things happen, you know, be a good steward for those kids. You know, they're not yours and they're really not your business, but if you see some stuff out of the ordinary, you know, hey, you know, don't do anything weird, just pay attention. That's all. Pay attention. If stuff get too strange, things look strange with the children, you know, hey, say something. You might be saving a child's life. But a lot of times these pedophiles, let me give y'all another little nugget of information that you probably haven't thought about. A lot of times when you see the kids are missing, like you see these missing kids on these little flyers and on the Amber Alerts, a lot of times these boyfriends and these cooks that these women go run to, they can control. Once they touch them children, and if a child say some stuff like, I'm gonna tell somebody, or the person feels that the child is gonna tell somebody, what they'll do is they'll go on and kill the child. And either bury them or maybe throw them in a lagoon or whatever. That's what happens to a lot of kids that like they end up being missing and they're never found again. This is what happens to them. I ain't gonna say it every case. Ain't no absolutes. Y'all know that already. Ain't no absolutes, but this does happen. There has been guys that was in there with me that was in there for killing children and basically trying to cover up the molestation. They basically killed the children and shut them up. So I just want y'all to be mindful of that. You know, we Mgtows, and if you're not having children, you still can have a heart, and we still should have a heart for children. You know, just because we don't want them ourselves, you know, you still want to be a vanguard and a savior for children. I think this would be a good way for us to gain favor with the Creator. You guys that don't believe in the Creator, just do something good, a good deed. You know? But okay, guys, I think that's enough for today. Hope you guys can take something away from what I shared with you all, because it's a whole different world in there. And if you've never been there and you never really thought about it, it's a real world out there that you guys need to worry about. And I'm going to be bringing you more stories like this because I know a lot of guys don't think when it comes to crime and that type of thing, but I'm going to start pointing a few things out that I think you all should know. Okay? But I love you all, and I hope everybody's staying safe. Hope you're being a good steward of your health. And you guys, I'll put my mask back up. It's still for sale. Support your interests. Support your interests. Support your interests. Okay? I'm selling these masks that I'm making myself. I got a company I'm partnered with, and I'm designing them myself, and then they're putting them together and shipping them out for me. So support your interests. Buy a mask for me so I can get these better camera, because I want to get the camera with the wide lens so I can show you all more. Okay? And get some microphones and the proper tripods and these type of things. So I won't just necessarily use my money to do it with. I want to earn the money and then use that money to buy my YouTube equipment and get the very best if I can. So So support your interests. I'm gonna put the mask up there. Please, just buy one. Just buy one mask from me. That'll help me get to my goal. If we just get halfway, I'll put the other half up. You know, because these cameras and this stuff is not cheap. You know, I told you I did maybe $2,500 to $3,000 to make it look, pristine. And that's what I want to do. I want to give you guys the very best because I have a lot to offer as far as stories, because I've had it all. I've had a full life, a big range of experiences, you know, and I want to be able to archive all of it and be of service, be of benefit to you guys. So I want to earn my way, and I'm going to produce things. You guys just buy one from me. So support your interest, guys. All right, I'm gonna get off here, go get me a cup of coffee, and check my suspension because I think I need to switch so I can air my airbags. This trailer's bouncing a little bit too much for me. So it's a pilot up here. I can get off here and check that and get me a cup of coffee and stretch my legs a little bit before I keep going. I'm on my way to Louisiana, 17-hour drive. Try to knock out half of it today, half of it tomorrow. And you guys get back to enjoying your Sunday. And if you guys can share any stories, you guys want to share any stories, put them in the comment. Other guys will see it, even if they don't say nothing, they see it. And you know I'll respond when I take my 30-minute break. All right, love you guys. Support your interests. And I'll get back at you